one guy we'll be keeping close tabs on is this man, the veteran at running back.
He was terrific in the opener, was he not? I mean, over 100 yards on the ground.
And let's face it, every player has that day circled on his calendar. They want to come out with a force, with a rush. But can he stack it together and keep it going?
Here's Wilson to throw right away.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Play action. It's Wilson.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. But you look at this defense.
They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
The Broncos had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
And he'll get about 3 here, up to the 44-yard line. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now, this defense for the Commanders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
On 1st down, Wilson.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
To throw is Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down.
And coming out now, the Broncos.
They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They'll bring a tight end in motion. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. On second down, Wilson eluding the pressure right.
And he'll be taken down after big yardage. But, folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Looks to the sideline. It has Mims who makes a catch.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. We're in the second. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First and 10, it's Wilson.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, Wilson.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here's Wilson to throw. Open man, and again it's Sutton.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra.
Touchdown! Tim Patrick, his first touchdown of the new season. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They go play action with Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. And they've got the lead right now here, trying to erase the memory of the lead. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down. Denver's offense now set to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll bring a receiver in motion right, and they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 1. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now it's Wilson.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Now it's second and 10.
Wilson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Here's Wilson. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
Now it's Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up second down. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular...
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy,
an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos will add to their fourth quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like...
The football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. Now Wilson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little...
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Now Wilson on first down. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Now Wilson.
Short throw caught by Dosich.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Fighting through pressure. They'll roll him out. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6.
So here is Wilson and the Broncos.
Down by 12. Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
Able to find Judy.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Knew what they were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15.
Back to throw. Wilson. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is...
Well, they're not.
Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Yo, she could come around but can't stick around. That's how I tease her. Been having my waist since a little. Be no pleaser. Always gonna crush these souls when they realize I don't need them. I don't give a fuck. I close wheels, you cross the line, I'm squeezing. Every day the same routine, same, ain't no new team. Never ever had hoop dreams, but I'm ballin' like I want a ring. Demon time over everything, you don't know how much it really means. Struggle took a toll on them. Oh, had to come and intervene. Boy, them keys to that Bentley, I'm trying to drive it around. I think I'm driving it gently. Now I'm speeding through the town. I can't even put my phone down. Trying to show the world how it sound. Around and make the wrong turn. We don't even want to turn around. Lately I've been thinking, what would I be if I ain't take a risk? Struggle, I hated it at the time, but it's the reason I'm rich. Never see me knocking nobody. I know how hard it can get. Respect whoever on it. Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. got me smiling. On every L that I ever took, I promise. Flashy with a system, man, I don't look, that's how I'm coming. Can't wait to touch a meal like I ain't got no food inside my tummy. Been had a vision, seen it vividly before it got sunny. You could tell I'm committed, this get hard enough.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos versus Jacoby Brissett and the Washington Commanders.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Denver Broncos. The Broncos offense ready to try and make amends for that opening week loss. And we'll be watching the performance of this backfield most notably. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 119 yards, and the score.
Well, they set a nice tone in Week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Here's a give up the middle. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Staying on his feet. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
The Broncos about set to go on offense.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And we get another look now at this Broncos offense.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
50 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now 2nd and 3.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And some room to work.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Now Wilson, option right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half. And that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They go play action now. Wilson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. So the Broncos coming out now. After the interception, here's Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great play there. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Broncos take the interception on defense and convert it into 6. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out.
Now Wilson throwing on 1st down.
And that's going to be caught by Sutton.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Back to throw. Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line.
Wilson will throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos.
Marvin Mims,
His first NFL reception goes for 6.
and the Broncos have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Denver's offense now set to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Wilson.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
7 yards there and a first down.
A first down from Dulcich, and the only reason more people aren't talking about his rookie season is because he was injured a good chunk of it. Showed in a couple of big games he can be a big-time playmaker at tight end.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Wilson now on 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Looking to throw. Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Wilson. That escapes the sack. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So here is Wilson and the Broncos.
Down 27-20. Now Wilson.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Now it's the Broncos' turn. Trailing in this one now. A minute 25.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Here's 1st down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Hey, never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Big stack in my bag. It's like that, like big stack in my bag. You know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like.
I count this money, then I count my blessings. If I ever took an L, then it stood for lesson. I'm the one, ain't no second guessing. Tried to dim my light, but my soul fluorescent. Wait, I tried to stay, but depressing. I even prayed to God, he ain't get the message. I'm living in the present, they gon' feel my presence. You can't dim my light, cause I'm luminescent. I rose from the ashes of the section. I seen a stranger in my own reflection. I point the in my own direction. I would've did it for my own protection. Keep debating about the go. I'm the one like 2, 3, 4, 5. How you playing both sides? How I made 1 million, 2 million, multi. How I made 8 figures, 8 million 4 times. And I was underutilized the whole time. It's rigged. I guess they couldn't find a gold mine, you dig? The sheep sleep on me, but the ghost cosign. I stopped thinking about the future cause we got no time. The world changed. Damn. World change. Yeah, I tried and failed. I see my best friend's jail, but betrayal was the real pain. Damn, the world changed. Look, I built walls around the house, networking. All these bloodsuckers, I just hope this networking. Soul searching, broken hearted with my chest hurting. But I was gifted with the best cursive. I'm suffocating and my weight keep fluctuating. I showed love, how the you hating? Damn, I'm the greatest, but that's unrelated.
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida.
The Broncos offense coming in at 0-2, trying to get things going after a sluggish. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 81 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Hands it off out of the gun.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Wilson.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And coming out now, the Broncos. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Wilson.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Wilson from the gun on third down.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first.
Operating from the gun, Wilson.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Throwing again here, Wilson.
Same connection, Dulcich once again.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28.
And they'll run on the inside handoff to about the 26 here. The Broncos at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Wilson. Flush to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Wilson. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And they'll bring Judy in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Looking to throw. Wilson. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the ground game. On 1st down, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw, Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Chargers who are out in front. Keenan Allen, a touchdown reception. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the dog pound. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Nick Chubb with 2 touchdowns thus.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Broncos offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. Operating from the gun, Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Now a dump off here complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, Wilson.
Got his man, it's Dulcich.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wilson now off the bootleg. Out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The Broncos are about set to go on offense.
Here's Wilson to throw.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Wilson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinary.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. So the Broncos coming out now. Here's Wilson throwing to start the drive. Able to fight through one tackle. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Denver's offense now set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach in terms of...
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now. And all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Wilson. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So, a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Miami, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. Do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was